Hello all and welcome to my channel one more time. My name is Yasser Al-Dahoud. First of all, I would like to apologize for using the clickbait title of this video. I'm not trying to say that buying in this project was a mistake. Instead, I'm trying to tell you a story how I stumbled and I bought this property by coincidence. So back during the pandemic, I capitalized on the lower demand for properties in the UAE, and I was living in a five-star hotel in JVC. So during the summer of 2022, as the pandemic was winding down, I realized that I will no longer be able to afford to continue to live in this five-star hotel. So I started looking for other places to rent, and I went to Property Finder and Bayut and started looking for places in both Arjan and JVC. And I spoke to a gentleman, his name is Ashiq, and he said, "Yes, sir, I'm happy to help you. Come over, let me show you around a couple of different properties for rent." So as we were searching for in different areas, we had very productive days. We looked at different places and kind of assessed my different options. And I told him, okay, give me a couple of days. I'll get back to you with a decision which building I would like to live in. So that night, he called me back. And I was like, Ashiq, it's still too early. I haven't made a decision yet. And he told me, look, I'm not calling you about renting. I'm calling you about buying. I was like, yep, I'm not thinking about buying at the moment. Yeah, thank you very much. He's like, sir, it's a very good payment plan. Trust me, you will pay less than you would pay for the rent of the property you're looking to rent. I was like, okay, I'm listening. And he's like, it's right opposite Circle Mall. Back then, Circle Mall it was just opening. I mean, I think it was delayed because of the pandemic for a couple of years. And back then, when you walked into Circle Mall, it was pretty much empty. There's only a few stores. So I was like, yeah, but I'm listening. So he said, come the next day and let me show you around. So what really got me convinced into why I should look into this project more seriously is when I learned about the developer. And I've seen their other projects. So the developer their product is called Hayati, and by a developer called Aurora. So I went around JVC and he showed me a couple of their buildings, both Hayati Avenue and Hayati Residence. And still during that time, we were struggling to find a unit to view because both buildings were at full capacity, fully occupied. And we had to wait for someone moving out and someone else moving in order to be able to view a unit. Part of the reason is because that developer didn't invest heavily into marketing and they didn't have a show apartment. They pretty much were very relaxed about this whole project, and they weren't very aggressively marketing for it. So when I come across the two buildings and I saw the quality, I was very convinced that this is a developer that values their craft, that really invest properly on their projects. Their projects don't age very quickly. I mean, you could still see the projects are good as new, even those 2-3 year old buildings, and you could immediately realize from the profile of the residents living there that these are people who value quality. So that was pretty much what got me interested in that project. You factor the location; it's right opposite Circle Mall, and the payment plan was super friendly. So next day I went to the office with Ashiq. I was like, yep, I'm ready to buy. He's like, what do you want? I was like, give me a studio, give me a 1 bedroom, give me a 2 bedroom. He's like, studios are already sold out. They were so competitively priced. I think you only had to pay 17,000 dirhams to book a studio. So I was only left with a 1 bedroom and a 2 bedroom option. And funny enough, I signed the purchase of these 2 units before I was before even signing for my rental unit. So that's just a quick recap. Now the project is ready. If you go, it's right across Circle Mall. Circle Mall has come a long way. I think for anybody looking to live there, it's a perfect place. You literally only have to leave the building in the morning to go to work and come back. If you work from home, you literally don't have to leave the building because you have everything right across from your street. You don't even need a Talabat app. You have everything needed in Circle Mall, pretty much all the fast food chains, every cuisine you can think of. You got 2 hypermarkets. You got one of the largest gyms, if not the largest gym in all of Dubai. You got cinema, you got kids play areas, you got paddle courts. I think at some point there was even an Olympic swimming pool. So whoever will eventually choose to live there, I'm planning to potentially sell one and rent the other, will benefit greatly because their lifestyle, everything that they need will be met just seconds from walking away, steps away from the building. So that's just a quick summary story. I hope you enjoyed it.